Hey everyone, as you can see in the background, we've finally got paint on the old 74 Prem. She's laid on quite nicely, went on quite nice and flat, only minimal orange peel through it. So in this video, what I'll do is I'll go through the processes post-paint, just to get that nice flat finish that we all like on our cars, so they have that deep colour look in the sun without any orange peel. So as we walk up on it, you'll see it's nice and matte, uniform finish. What I've done here is I've gone over the whole car with 1500 grit sandpaper and then followed it up with 2000 grit. Now you can get paste that when you're buffing will take out the scratches from the 1500 grit straight up, but I just like to follow it up the 2000 grit just to finish it off that little bit and make the buffing a bit less aggressive. You can probably see in the panels, I've actually sanded them all in the same direction. Now, the reason for doing this is during the buffing process, you can see where you're at a lot better. And when you're getting through your wet sand scratches. So you can see in the boot there, I've sanded it up the boot. Now the reason for this, again, it's just for that roll. I just find it easier to travel up the roll rather than trying to travel across the roll. And we've got that nice gloss picking up in the light. And this is the stage you want it to get to because it's basically showing you it's ready for polish. Now in the sanding process, you don't want to go at it like a bull at a gate. You just want to go at it at a nice, even texture. And the process, don't try to rush it. The best idea is just have yourself a damp cloth there that you can wipe it down and just check your progress as you're going. So with the 1500 grit, what I'll do with that is I'll sand that through until I'm basically through the orange peel. And you'll see this when you wipe the panel down, you don't have those glossy marks on it anymore. You're coming up to that just solid matte finish. And then from there, I'll switch over the 2000 grit, just even it out quite nicely, lighten up the scratching on the paint pre-buffing. So on the doors here, I've left these straight off the gun finish. As you can see, it's laid up quite nice, it looks quite good. But in the reflection of the light here, you can pick the orange peel up as you're traveling across it. And this is all paint jobs, get the orange peel. So this is why we wet sand. And this is the finish we're after. Up on the roof, I've sanded it. I've given it a quick polish. I've got to give it another polish just to get all the scratches out completely. But you can see, you can pick the reflection up of the hoist there. You can clearly see the writing on the hoist post, the light, the polycarbonate sheet on the roof. Now this is the finish that once you've given it all a good polish and everything post assembly, and you're out in the sun, you get that nice deep finish to your paint. That's the finish we all want. And that's why we go through this process. Any good paint job, this is what you'll get at the end of it. So I'll just give you a quick look at the tools for this stage. Only minimal tools here. You just need yourself a good sanding block. Make sure it's a good flexible one so it can go to the curves of the car. I like to apply the water just with squirter. I just find it easier to apply, and you can squirt it on while you're rubbing it down rather than trying to dip the water back into the container, the sandpaper back into the container of the water. A good cotton cloth, that's just an old t-shirt. And like I said, you wipe it down as you're sanding, make sure you're at the process that you're at, and you're not sanding through too far. Because we're not in this just to take maximum paint off. We just want to take minimal paint off so we've got a good layering of paint. And the other thing I'll show you that's a must is a good little seat. Because standing up is just going to kill you going through the whole car. That seat's well worn just through this build process in itself. So there we go, guys. Just a couple of tips. I hope you picked up a couple of things for your own builds. If you want to get any of the updates for the new videos as they come along, click like, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get the updates as they come. One of the other things I actually forgot to tell you guys was make sure you don't sand with your hand here, because your hand will put little ridges into the paint as you've gone through and sanded. So there we go, guys. Have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next video. See you later.